If you are right now living in a relationship which is not making you fulfilled, let's say maybe you blame yourself for this situation, for this relationship not to work, or maybe you blame the other person, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your spouse, your groom, whoever it is, for the same reason. Think again. It's not by default. It's a program. It's a program that we have inside that make us repeat or create pattern or looking for people which can feed a certain feeling which we are familiar with. Let me explain. When I was young, my family were screaming all the time to each other. It was not a happy marriage. It's still not today. Likely today, I know it's nothing to do with me. But back then, when I was 10 or even younger, I grew a sense of guilt, a strong sense of guilt. And guess what? Since I start going out with girls in my case, and in all my relationship for over 20 years, I will always looking for people which can nurture and reproduce in me that sense of guilt. Wasn't the fault, wasn't mine, it was a program. Basically, we're born in a particular environment, whatever it is the environment we're born, and once we learn a particular thing, let's say when we get familiar with a feeling, even if it's not nice, if it's not a good feeling, if we get familiar with it, we want to repeat it. It's kind of crazy, but that's the way it works. Now, if you are able to see this pattern happens like I was some years ago, when obviously it was so obvious that I was recreating these patterns, and luckily I was already on the path of becoming a coach, and so learning method of how to reverse, change this kind of patterns. My life was run by the program, and that was obviously that I will end up over and over in a relationship where I could recreate that sense of guilt. Now for me it's over. I find out where I figured it out where it happened. I went to that place. I understood that back then I just had those resources, but I understood also that today I have much more resources, and so I changed the generalization, which now makes me be conscious of my own choices. Until you don't recognize those patterns, until you don't see that this is happening to you, your subconscious program will run your life for you. If you know how to do it, please do it as soon as possible, as you really want to become the owner of your own life. If it's for you, instead, these things really kind of getting into your heart, it's like kind of like, oh wow, it's really making sense, and you don't know how to do it, please reach out, as I will be more than happy to do what I've done for me, for yourself. Have a great day.